so we're going to begin at the right diagonal, and then at the center, we're going to change to the left diagonal. So we're going to, plenty of room to show our trot, and then we're going to change to the left. We're going to ride down the arena, and then loop back, kind of down the center line of the arena, and then we're going to do a sitting trot circle to our right, above center line. Very good. Again, you can make the circle a little bit larger if you have a large horse. And then when we close the circle, we're going to take the right diagonal again down the center line. Before the cone, so above the cone, around Buckeye in this arena, we're going to do a loop. Stopping back at the center. Then we're going to walk 2 horse lengths. And then we're going to trot right diagonal and try to loop. And then turn now. We're not going to get all the way out to that center line. That's going to be a tight loop on the right diagonal. And we're going to trot right diagonal all the way to the exit. So we're going to begin at the walk, and we're going to walk, we're on the inside of the cone, and we're going to walk 2 horse lengths, so 8 to 10 steps, and then posting trot on the left diagonal, all the way to the center, and then we're going to trot a corner to the right at the center, and then we're going to posting trot a circle to the left on the right diagonal, so we would have changed diagonals at the center. So our circle to the left on the right diagonal, make the size of the circle comparable to your horse and the size of the stride. At center, we're going to break the close of the circle. We're going to go down to the sitting trot. We're going to try to keep the same length of stride during the sitting trot. It's not going to be sit and jog. At the close of the circle, we're going to left diagonal and then break to the walk before the wall and corner to the right at the walk. We're going to make sure we show at least 8 steps, 6 to 8 steps at the walk, stop and back, and then exit at a sitting trot. So you're going to want to come all the way down. When you get even with the cone past where the cone is. When you're past the cone, then you're going to be considered out of the pattern. So we're going to start out trotting at the left diagonal to the center of the arena, which is the World Championship Show 2024, where we will pick up the canter on the right lead. And then I'm going to use my arena and ride down to possibly the Buckeye, and then I'm going to start to draw me a loop back to the center line of the arena, and then I'm going to get straight and break to the trot and do a sitting trot circle to the right. It can be smaller if your horse has a small stride. It can be a little larger, but it cannot go below the World Championship Show 2024. After we close the circle, we're going to trot on the right diagonal. And then we're going to lope on the left lead when we get down about to the PH on this side. Left lead around up to the center of the arena. At center, we're going to stop and we're going to back. Then we're going to walk 8 to 10 steps, which is 2 horse lengths. And then we're going to trot right diagonal in a tight loop. And trot right diagonal to the exit. A little bit. Trot left diagonal to the center, which is the World Championship Show, and then we're going to canter right lead. So it's going to start similar to the last pattern, because then we're going to loop down the center So right lead at the World Championship, continue straight around Buckeye. We're gonna loop back to down the center line of the arena, which is the red pole down here behind me, sorry. Then we're gonna break to our trot and do a sitting trot circle north of the center of the World Championship show. When we close our sitting trot circle, we're gonna take the right diagonal. So we're still similar to our last pattern. And then when we get down here, we're gonna do the left lead, sorry, and canter our loop, similar to our other pattern. But then we're going to do our diagonal line at the hand gallop. So we will be in 2-point. So you're gonna lengthen your stride. See, he's lengthened the stride, but he's protecting a little bit. We're gonna collect and counter canter. So we're gonna sit, collect around the corner, change leads at the center, and then straight, and then around the soft corner there, and we're gonna canter down to the World Championship show. Walk 2 horse lengths at the World Championship show. Sorry, I was not finding my spot quickly enough. Thank you, Sandy. And then stop and back, and then exit at a sitting trot. So we're gonna start our pattern at the trotting on the left diagonal to the center, which is the World Championship. So left diagonal, and at the sitting trot, at the center, we're gonna do a 10-meter circle. 10 meters is about 30 feet, just a little less. When we close our circle, we're gonna canter on the right lead, pretty much a similar line to what we've done in the past patterns. Straight line down around Buckeye. We're gonna do a loop to find our center line in this arena, which will be to the middle center pole here. We're gonna change leads before center. So a simple lead change can be done. It's through the walk. And then we're gonna canter left lead, a loop here, which is above the cone, and then we're gonna trot right diagonal at the World Championship show, and then we're gonna do a loop with a diagonal line that comes back to the center line, and then sit trot in a straight line. I got behind and you're doing excellent. We're gonna stop even with the cone and back. And then we're gonna exit at a walk. So take a breath and walk out. If you get tight, if you rush that,